matchup set to go here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 2nd and 13, Hurts. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Gibson to start the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Pitching it out to Gibson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there the emphasis.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Daniel Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in cover.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Off a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he's got some space here. And all the way down to the 35.
55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
They'll try the right side with Henry. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. They'll get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
That's a really nice job of them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Henry is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot on the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Derrick Henry, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Gibson again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense. On
3rd down, Jones. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On 1st and 10, Jones. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for one. Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick six.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He brings the kickoff back 85 yards. And the Eagles are back within a score. Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick six TD. Elliott now to have the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Jake Elliott kicking off for Philadelphia.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around. Jones has just thrown his third interception. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And some room to roam now. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 128 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off tackle left with Henry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith from 13 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's good for Washington.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Jones. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Sly able to put this one through. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied error. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Ready? They'll fake it. Now Smith. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Smith forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They get hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side.
Bro, this nigga literally fucking stopped running the route, bro. What is... Come on, my guy. God damn.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good pickup there, a 22.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now Jones, a final shot before break. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Now it's the backup, Tannehill. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Hurts sets up to throw it.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
They'll run for it with Henry. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Tannehill now to throw.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Tannehill throwing again.
Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson.
Touchdown!
Antonio Gibson.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
Hurts finding Goddard there. 1st down, Philadelphia.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Hurts throw pulled in by Aguilar. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Henry running right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 7th play of the drive as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
They'll run. It's Henry. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Derrick Henry denied here on 3rd down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Off play action, Tannehill. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Here's Gibson on the read option. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Tannehill. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brevin Jordan from 21 yards away. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
We've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here. Otherwise, they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and not let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. This complete left side to Aguilar. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. At 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. 149 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 yards, good enough for a first. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. On the counter, it's Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. The objective there, and yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Commanders bring out the nickel package on 3rd down. Now a handoff to Henry. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Smith catches left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, is this going to win? Celebrate milestones down the road.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
They'll look to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Commanders,
the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4.